I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. So we are continuing in 2 Nephi. This will be chapter 4. This will be the conclusion of Lehi's final blessings to all of his descendants. This is somewhere in the 20 to 25th year after they leave Jerusalem, so about the 25th year of the captivity. This is a bit of a long chapter, so I will be splitting it into two videos. The first video will be verses 1 through 15. Lehi counsels and blesses his posterity. He dies and is buried. Nephi glories in the goodness of God to him. Nephi puts his trust in the Lord forever. And now I, Nephi, speak concerning the prophecies of which my father hath spoken concerning Joseph, who was carried into Egypt. For behold, he truly prophesied concerning all his seed, and the prophecies which he wrote, there are not many greater. And he prophesied concerning us and our future generations, and they are written upon the plates of brass. Wherefore, after my father had made an end of speaking concerning the prophecies of Joseph, he called the children of Laman, his sons and his daughters, and said unto them, Behold, my sons and my daughters, who are the sons and daughters of my firstborn, I would that ye should give ear unto my words. For the Lord God hath said, that inasmuch as ye shall keep my commandments, ye shall prosper in the land. And inasmuch as ye will not keep my commandments, ye shall be cut off from my presence. But behold, my sons and my daughters, I cannot go down to my grave, save I should leave a blessing upon you. For behold, I know that if ye are brought up in the way ye should go, ye will not depart from it. Wherefore, if ye are cursed, behold, I leave my blessing upon you, that the cursing may be taken from you, and be answered upon the heads of your parents. Wherefore, because of my blessing, the Lord God will not suffer that ye shall perish. Wherefore he will be merciful unto you, and unto your seed forever. And it came to pass that after my father had made an end of speaking unto the sons and daughters of Laman, he caused the sons and daughters of Lemuel to be brought before him. And he spake unto them, saying, Behold, my sons and my daughters, who are the sons and the daughters of my second son, behold, I leave unto you the same blessing which I left unto the sons and daughters of Laman. Wherefore thou shalt not utterly be destroyed, but in the end thy seed shall be blessed. And it came to pass that when my father had made an end of speaking unto them, behold, he spake unto them. And it came to pass that when my father had made an end of speaking unto them, behold, he spake unto the sons of Ishmael, yea, and even all his household. And after he had made an end of speaking unto them, he spake unto Sam, saying, Blessed art thou and thy seed, for thou shalt inherit the land like unto thy brother Nephi. And thy seed shall be numbered with his seed, and thou shalt be even like unto thy brother, and thy seed like unto his seed, and thou shalt be blessed in all thy days. And it came to pass, after my father Lehi had spoken unto all his household, according to the feelings of his heart, and the Spirit of the Lord which was in him, he waxed old. And it came to pass that he died and was buried. And it came to pass that not many days after his death, Laman and Lemuel and the sons of Ishmael were angry with me, because of the admonitions of the Lord. For I, Nephi, was constrained to speak unto them according to his word. For I had spoken many things unto them, and also my father before his death, many of which sayings are written upon mine other plates. For a more history part are written upon mine other plates. And upon these I write the things of my soul, and many of the scriptures which are engraven upon the plates of brass. For my soul delighteth in the scriptures, and my heart pondereth them, and writeth them for the learning and the profit of my children. So we're going to leave that there. A couple of things to know here. He blesses all of his grandchildren. He doesn't seem to give a direct blessing to Sam's children, though, and Sam is told that he is just going to be counted as the seed of Nephi. That is not a bad blessing. And pay attention, because I think as we read through it, we'll read about Jacobites and Josephites and Lamanites and Lemuelites and Ishmaelites, but never Samites. Take that as you will. Now, there were a couple of things in the previous chapters that I forgot to mention that I want to quickly mention here. And that is, first, Jacob, we are told in chapter 2, Jacob, he's only in his mid-20s. He's like 24, maybe 25, and he has already seen God. In verse 4 of chapter 2. Thou hast beheld in thy youth his glory. So Jacob is already extremely, just like Nephi had his great visions when he was 16 or 17 years old. Apparently Jacob had similar visions when he was 16 or 17 years old. In addition, in chapter 3, speaking to his son Joseph, He talks about a great seer coming out of his line. Not just out of the line of Joseph from Egypt, but he says a great prophet will arise out of the seed of Joseph, the son of Lehi. Now, I don't think that has been fulfilled. We don't know. Maybe some of the prophets in the Book of Mormon were descended from Joseph. We don't know. But as far as we know, that prophecy has not yet been fulfilled. And I don't think it will. I think it's going to be in the final tribulations, either just before or just after the second coming. Not quite sure. But that is a prophecy we are waiting for the fulfillment of. Now, he does talk in this chapter. It says he spoke to the sons of Ishmael and all the household of Ishmael. But it doesn't tell us what he told them. But it doesn't seem... Now, earlier in chapter 1, he does talk to them. But in this here, it doesn't include the sons of Ishmael. I find that interesting. So, now, Lehi is dead. Now, in the footnotes here, it says this is sometime between the year of 588, which is about when they would have landed in the New World, or shortly after, and 570, sometime in there. Now, this has to be before 570, because 570 would be 30 years after they left Jerusalem, and it is in chapter 5 that we will read about the 30th year. And it's several years later, so that's why I place this at around in the early 20th year, in between 20 and 25 years later, because we do have a date that we are told later in chapter 5. But that places this here. And remember, Ezekiel is still prophesying in Babylon. Daniel is a magistrate in the Babylonian government. By this time, Jeremiah is probably dead. He was dragged down to Egypt in the 11th year, and he's probably been killed by now. And the Jaredites are engaged in their final conflicts. We actually haven't started the final conflicts yet. This is still the time of Coriantor, the father of Enos, before the great last wars start. So Lehi and his family are in the south, the Jaredites are in the north. The Mulekites, by this time also, got to mention this, but by this time the Mulekites have probably also already landed in the Americas. But they land farther north. And I could be wrong. There is some indication that even though they came out of Jerusalem, they didn't arrive in America until much later. I think they've probably arrived sometime around now, but it's somewhat... We don't have enough detail to know specifically when they arrived. Anyways, we leave that here, and I will finish chapter 4 in my next video. Sorry for rambling so much.